the results are in. With Donald Trump winning the 2024 election, the political and social landscape of the U.S. is bound to shift in significant ways. For some, these changes may lead to a decision to relocate to a state more aligned with their values or a lifestyle that fits better under the new administration. Today, we're looking at the top 10 U.S. states everyone might leave after the 2024 elections as we explore why certain states may experience an exodus. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more content like this. Let's dive into the countdown. Number 10. California. California has been a Democratic stronghold, and the shift in federal policies under Trump may intensify ideological clashes, making some residents feel politically alienated. The state's high cost of living remains a pressing issue, with the median home price around $800,000 in 2024, leaving many unable to afford housing. Additionally, California's environmental regulations, which often conflict with federal policies, could lead to even more regulatory battles, frustrating businesses and residents alike. California's housing, utility, and everyday expenses consistently rank among the nation's highest, impacting both young professionals and middle-income families. With a top income tax rate of over 13%, the state has one of the highest tax burdens in the U.S. These high costs make it difficult for many to sustain a comfortable lifestyle. California's housing market is famously tight, with an ongoing shortage of affordable homes that has driven rents and prices sky high. This shortage affects not only urban centers like Los Angeles and San Francisco, but also smaller cities. As prices rise, more Californians are exploring moves to neighboring states. Many Californians may feel increasingly out of step with Trump's federal policies, especially on issues like immigration and climate change. As federal and state policies diverge, residents may feel caught in a political tug-of-war. This could increase dissatisfaction among those who prefer a unified policy approach. High costs, a lack of affordable housing, and political discord may drive some Californians to seek stability in other states. If federal and state conflicts persist, the state may see a higher rate of outward migration. Number 9. Illinois. Illinois, particularly Chicago, faces high property taxes, budget deficits, and rising crime rates, which are causing some residents to think about relocating. The state's economic challenges, including underfunded pensions and public services, put added pressure on residents. With potential shifts in federal funding priorities, Illinois may face even more difficulties in balancing its budget. Illinois has some of the highest property tax rates in the U.S., with rates near 2.3% in some counties, placing a heavy financial burden on homeowners. For families with fixed incomes, these taxes make homeownership increasingly unaffordable. This tax pressure is a major reason many residents consider relocating. Crime in Chicago has been a growing concern, with violent crime rates higher than the national average, impacting public safety in various neighborhoods. Residents' concerns over safety have led some to look at neighboring states for a more secure living environment. Federal policy changes impacting local policing could further affect crime management. Illinois pension liabilities exceed $140 billion, contributing to the state's budget problems and threatening cuts to essential services. Residents worry that these economic strains may lead to even higher taxes. Without reforms, the state's financial outlook may drive more residents away. High property taxes, economic uncertainty, and rising crime rates are creating a challenging environment in Illinois. With possible changes in federal funding, the state's financial instability may lead even more residents to move out. Number 8. New York. New York has long been a cultural and financial hub, but its high cost of living, taxes, and recent crime concerns are pushing residents to consider other states. The state's reliance on income from wealthy residents could come under strain if federal tax policies change. Post-election, New York may face further pressure to adjust its tax structure to retain residents and businesses. New York's cost of living remains among the highest in the U.S., with rent in New York City averaging $4,000 per month for a one-bedroom apartment. High costs extend beyond rent, affecting everyday expenses like groceries and utilities. These financial strains make it increasingly difficult for average earners to live comfortably. With a top state income tax rate of 10.9%, New York is one of the most taxed states in the nation. This tax burden has led many high-income residents to explore lower tax states like Florida. Potential changes in federal tax deductions for state and local taxes could impact residents even more. Rising crime rates in New York City, particularly in certain boroughs, are impacting residents' quality of life. Public safety concerns are top of mind, especially for families. If crime rates continue to rise, more residents may consider relocating to safer areas. With high taxes, a steep cost of living, and safety issues, New York faces several challenges that may drive more residents to leave. Federal policy changes that reduce tax benefits may only add to the state's migration issues. Number 7. Oregon. Known for its beautiful scenery and progressive policies, Oregon also struggles with high taxes, expensive housing, and public safety concerns. Cities like Portland have seen increased homelessness and crime, which impacts quality of life for residents. Under a Trump administration, political conflicts over environmental policies may add to the existing challenges in Oregon. Portland's housing market has become one of the most expensive on the West Coast, with median home prices around $600,000. Rents have also risen, making housing a challenge for middle-income residents. The state's limited housing supply adds to affordability issues, prompting some to consider relocating. Oregon's tax policies place a considerable burden on residents, especially with high property taxes. Although there is no state sales tax, high-income taxes still impact disposable income. Residents may find lower tax states more appealing if taxes increase post-election. Portland's rising crime and homelessness issues have become a point of contention. Certain areas have become less accessible or safe, impacting both locals and businesses. If public safety doesn't improve, more people may look to relocate to areas with fewer social issues. With high housing costs, tax burdens, and public safety issues, Oregon may see more residents looking for a change. Federal-state policy conflicts could further add to the reasons residents may choose to move. Number 6. Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania faces a mix of high taxes, public safety issues, and economic challenges in certain regions. Philadelphia, in particular, has seen increases in crime and public safety concerns, which may push residents to look elsewhere. With federal funding shifts under a new administration, Pennsylvania may face difficulties maintaining programs that many rely on. Pennsylvania's property tax rates are among the highest in the U.S., with certain counties reaching an average of 1.5% of the home's value. This burden makes housing costs difficult for homeowners to manage. Some residents are seeking relief in states with lower property taxes. Some regions in Pennsylvania, especially rural and post-industrial areas, are struggling to maintain economic growth. With fewer job opportunities, younger residents are moving to more economically dynamic areas. The state faces challenges in retaining its workforce if job growth remains stagnant. Philadelphia's rising crime rates have made certain neighborhoods unsafe, leading residents to seek more secure environments. Safety concerns are particularly impacting families and small business owners. Without improvements in public safety, Pennsylvania may experience increased migration to safer areas. With high property taxes, job market instability, and urban crime, Pennsylvania faces factors that may drive residents away. Shifts in federal policies may add pressure on the state, impacting public services and economic stability. Number 5. Washington. Washington, particularly Seattle, has become a desirable location for tech workers and outdoor enthusiasts. But high living costs, increased taxes, and rising crime rates are creating new challenges. Known for its progressive policies, Washington may face increased tension under a federal government that contrasts with state ideals. This potential political friction, combined with high housing prices and public safety concerns, could prompt many Washingtonians to relocate. Seattle's median home price is over $750,000, making it one of the most expensive real estate markets in the country. Renters face similar challenges, with one-bedroom apartments averaging around $2,200 per month. This high cost of living is driving many to consider more affordable areas. While Washington doesn't have a state income tax, it recently introduced a capital gains tax, causing some residents to reevaluate their financial plans. These new tax policies are particularly impactful for high earners. With potential federal tax policy shifts, residents might face higher overall financial burdens. Crime rates, particularly property crime and homelessness, have been rising in Seattle. Many residents report feeling less safe in certain neighborhoods, which affects quality of life. Increased safety concerns may prompt people to seek more secure areas with lower crime rates. High housing costs, new taxes, and public safety issues are making Washington a less affordable and desirable place for many. If post-election policies exacerbate these challenges, the state may see a rise in outmigration. Number 4. Arizona. Arizona, known for its affordable living and warm climate, has seen a population boom in recent years, but issues with healthcare, infrastructure, and rising living costs may cause some to reconsider. With changing political dynamics in the state, residents may feel politically at odds under Trump's administration. Arizona's rapid growth has also led to strained resources and high home prices, which could drive some people to other states. Cities like Phoenix have experienced a real estate boom, with the median home price surpassing $450,000. Rent prices have also increased, making housing less accessible for many newcomers. As affordability declines, Arizona is losing some of its appeal as a cost-effective option. Arizona faces challenges in healthcare accessibility, with fewer hospitals and specialists per capita compared to other states. Rural areas in particular struggle with a shortage of healthcare facilities and professionals. Under a new administration, potential changes to healthcare funding could further impact access. Arizona has historically been a Republican-leaning state, but recent elections have shown a shift, creating a politically divided environment. This division may intensify under Trump's administration, causing frustration for some residents. Those feeling politically alienated may seek states more aligned with their views. Arizona's rising housing costs, healthcare challenges, and political divisions could prompt some residents to look elsewhere. If the state's infrastructure doesn't adapt to rapid growth, more people may consider moving out. Number 3. Michigan. Michigan has seen economic instability, especially in Detroit and other post-industrial areas, and a Trump administration could bring further changes impacting job opportunities and social services. Known for its cold climate and economic challenges, Michigan may become less attractive to residents who seek stability and warmer environments. Economic factors and public policies will be key in determining whether Michigan can retain its population. Michigan's economy is heavily reliant on the automotive industry, which is vulnerable to fluctuations. Recent job cuts in manufacturing and auto production have left many workers uncertain about their future. Under Trump's policies, potential trade changes may further impact the local economy. Michigan experiences long and cold winters, which can be challenging for residents seeking a more temperate climate. Snow, icy roads, and freezing temperatures add to the cost and inconvenience of living in the state. These weather conditions prompt many retirees to look for warmer options in southern states. Michigan has faced cuts to public services, including healthcare and education, in recent years. These cuts have impacted rural areas, making it difficult for residents to access quality services. Changes in federal funding could lead to further strains, impacting residents' quality of life. With economic uncertainty, a cold climate, and reduced access to public services, Michigan may see more residents considering relocation. If federal policies don't support job stability, the state could face further population declines. Number 2. Massachusetts. Massachusetts is known for its high educational standards and tech industries, but its high cost of living and tax burden make it a challenging state for many. With Trump in office, Massachusetts' progressive policies may clash with federal changes, creating tension for residents who may feel politically out of sync. The high cost of housing and living expenses in the state may drive some to seek affordability elsewhere. The median home price in Massachusetts is around $600,000, with cities like Boston seeing even higher averages. High rent prices make it difficult for young professionals to afford to live in popular areas. These rising costs are making Massachusetts less affordable for a large segment of the population. Massachusetts has both high state income taxes and property taxes, which add to the financial strain on residents. The state's top income tax rate stands at 5%, while property taxes average 1.2%. This heavy tax burden is leading some to consider moving to lower tax states. As a strongly Democratic state, Massachusetts may feel increasingly out of step with Trump's policies. Social and economic policies may create a sense of political alienation for residents who prioritize progressive issues. For some, this disconnect may lead to a desire to relocate to a more politically aligned state. With high costs and potential political frustration under Trump's leadership, Massachusetts could see residents considering more affordable, like-minded states. Without solutions to reduce financial and political pressures, migration could continue. Number 1. Colorado. Colorado, known for its beautiful landscapes, outdoor lifestyle, and thriving tech industry, has seen a major influx of residents over the last decade. However, the state's rapid population growth has led to increased housing costs, infrastructure strain, and environmental concerns, causing some to reconsider staying. The shift in federal policies under Trump could also create challenges for Colorado's progressive policies on issues like environmental protection and public land use. With Denver and Boulder among the fastest-growing areas, Colorado's housing market has become highly competitive. Median home prices in Denver are around $600,000, making it difficult for new residents and younger families to afford a home. This high cost is prompting some residents to consider relocating to more affordable states. Colorado prides itself on its natural beauty and commitment to sustainability, but the state has faced challenges in balancing growth with environmental preservation. Concerns over water scarcity, air quality, and land use are significant issues, especially if federal policies shift away from environmental protection. Trump's administration could alter public land policies that are important to many Coloradans, adding to these concerns. Colorado's rapid population growth has put significant pressure on its infrastructure, leading to worsening traffic congestion and public transportation limitations. Commuting in areas like Denver has become increasingly difficult, affecting quality of life. If state and federal policies don't address these infrastructure needs, residents may consider moving to states with less congestion. With high housing costs, environmental challenges, and infrastructure strain, Colorado is facing growing pains that may drive some residents to consider other options. If Trump's policies counter the state's progressive approach, more Coloradans could be motivated to relocate to states with fewer pressures. From New York to Washington, each of these states faces challenges that could lead residents to consider relocating after the 2024 elections. With changing federal policies, economic pressures, and social factors, more Americans are looking for states that offer better opportunities and align with their values. Which state do you think will see the biggest exodus? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.